want to say?
Tell them where we're going, Daisy.
Daisy, tell everybody where we're going. Where we going?
You're no help at all.
So this is a first.
Yep, we're going to our first ever Harvest Hosts.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about it.
I know. If you don't know anything about Harvest Hosts, you should check them out because it seems like a pretty cool thing. We'll follow up and let you know what our thoughts are, but...
Yeah, we're actually getting 2 over the next 2 days on our way to Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Yes.
From Austin.
Yes.
And we've done Boondockers Welcome before, and those are usually pretty good, but they can be hit and miss, just because you're dealing with somebody's house. So
right, in neighborhoods.
in the neighborhood, you might have tight situations. You never know. I think this is a much different, much better situation because you're typically dealing with big properties.
Yeah,
you have lots of land.
So Harvest Hosts, they have, I don't know, hundreds of locations across the country, and they're places like farms or wineries, or breweries, museums. We're going to stay at an air museum.
The first place we're going to go is Eola School
Brewery.
It's an old school in this tiny little town
Called
Iola. I think it's just outside of...
I don't know. It's outside of nothing because it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. But there's this old schoolhouse that they turned into a restaurant and a brewery. So, cool thing is, I don't have to worry about dinner.
Dinner's done.
And there's craft beer there that you get to take and you get to try. Buddy. So that's exciting. So we have dinners already done. And then tomorrow night we're staying at it's an air museum.
It's an air museum. I forget the name of it.
So you pay a one-time fee. I think it's $79 for a year.
Yeah.
And then you get to stay at all these places for free. Now, they do ask that maybe you donate to the business by, I don't know, having dinner, like a bottle of wine or...
Spend some money there. I mean, that's their upside for doing this, right? Is to be able to bring some people in and show off their property and sell you some stuff.
Yeah, but for us, it's a pretty cool thing because often we have like 2-day travel days in a row.
Yeah.
And I don't really like the thought of parking in a Walmart. We haven't done it yet.
Never done a Walmart, Cabela's, truck rest stop. Never done any of those. We usually will find a place like this or a Boondockers Welcome, or we'll just book a night somewhere on the way.
Yeah, so this is interesting to me. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. And then that's it.
We'll see you at the brewery. The Eola School Brewery is in Iola, Texas. Big surprise.
Yeah.
One thing I like about it is there's plenty of room. I think you could probably fit a good 4 or 5 RVs there.
Well, there's that whole field that you probably could have a whole rally there if you really wanted to.
Yeah, true.
But
it's big.
But don't quote us on that.
Yeah. Mark, the owner, was a really cool guy, very hospitable.
Oh yeah, he even gave us free beer the first day we got there.
That's right. Brought it to our rig.
He had history about the schoolhouse, and then he told us a history about how long he's been brewing beer and why he started, and the history of him being in that schoolhouse. The old pull-down mats.
Oh yeah. Old school classroom here.
No. Now, do what you would normally do in school.
You know, you sometimes
Get the drool coming
I
out.
couldn't sleep in this now. I don't know if I was sleeping in school when they were this small. We ate some lunch there before we left.
Just burger and fries, but it was really good.
He does disclaim that it's a work in progress, and he's doing a lot of renovation there. He is renovating the auditorium. That's where he was doing a lot of the brewery.
Yeah, he has actually knocked out a lot of where the stage used to be so that it can hold some new tanks. He does have at least one of his beers in distribution, and it's the farm ale.
He's a really nice guy. I hope the distribution works out. A really neat place, really kind of cool to be able to stop someplace that's not just a field or a yard or somebody.
What I appreciated was that it was so quiet at night. The next morning we left Eola and headed for our second location in Big Spring, Texas.
We had our second night of Harvest Hosts at a place called Hangar 25. It's a hangar on an airport, and it's a museum.
You actually can park your RV right in front of the building itself. They have more spaces available, I think, if they had more people coming from Harvest Host.
So we're at this place.
Hangar 25. This is our second Harvest Hosts ever, and we did 2 in a row.
You can see our rig right over there.
It was really cool to have other RVers parked with us too.
Interesting too, because they are not part of Harvest Host. They are both pilots, and they just stay at airports when they travel.
Yeah, it's something to look into.
Yeah, don't know.
Maybe we shouldn't tell that secret.
Yeah, shh.
It's only for you guys.
Yeah.
So this is a museum, and we're just going to go in and check it out and see what's...
Yeah. Before we hit the road up to New Mexico, take advantage of this and do our due diligence with patroning.
Don't patronize me.
What is it when you
Patron? You're a patron?
be a good patron and
We're going to go spend money in
patronize
there. We're going to spend some money in there is what we're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to give them some money for letting us stay here last night.
And it looks like there's some cool old planes and stuff over there.
There's a Harrier. There's a couple Navy trainers. Some stuff, planes.
You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me what some of this stuff is because I have no idea.
Yeah, well, they're old.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go check it out. You want to go check it out?
Let's do it. I think it was originally back in World War II a bombardier school.
Yeah, it was originally called Big Spring Air Force Bombardier School. And then I believe it was like 1942 is when the construction started. And in 1952, they actually renamed the base to Webb Air Force Base because it was the last name of a soldier that they wanted to memorialize.
That Air Force Base closed in '77 and it was dormant until the 90s. A group of citizens took action to restore and preserve the facility and make the museum.
What I liked was that they were able to reuse a lot of the old bricks and wood from some of the demolished parts of the Air Force Base.
You could actually see it in the ceiling too. They had part of the ceiling collapse and they took some of the ceiling from an adjacent hangar to rebuild this hangar.
Right.
They had an old bomb site there, and I don't mean like a site where you bomb stuff.
It was like an instrument that they used to compute the trajectory of the bomb or something like that. It became Big Spring Air Force Base in 1951. They were still doing pilot training there. And maybe one of the most beautiful pieces there, I thought, was this huge piece of stained glass art. And that originally came from an old church that they had on the base.
Yeah, the old base chapel.
Yeah.
B-52 cockpit you could climb up into.
Oh yeah, that was really neat. Oh wow. This is crazy.
Are you gonna climb all the way in?
Why not? So you want to?
Yeah. This is where the bombardiers sit, and the pilots go up here.
Oh.
So the bombardiers sit back here. And you go up this ladder here to get up to the cockpit.
And then I'm on my way. Yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. A bit naive and so eager to please. You know I played for love, but it got me on my knees.
So this is what they use for rescue training.
Your words echoing in every single bone. Underwater, so far out at sea.
So the bottom line here, after these 2 nights at some random harvest house in the middle of Texas, is a huge thumbs up. It was amazing. It's a great way to have some places to stay along your route if you just need a night or two.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. It was a cool experience at both places. Don't forget to click subscribe.
Also, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Those do help us.
They do. And please follow us on all the social media platforms as well.